The day my wife gave birth to a child for her terminally ill first love, my in-laws stationed 10 bodyguards outside the delivery room. Yet even after the delivery was over, I didn't show up to cause any trouble. My mother-in-law held my wife's hand, sighing with relief. "Don't worry, Audley, we're here to make sure he doesn't come anywhere near you. Your father even has people guarding the hospital entrance. If he dares to come and try to stop you from having this baby, we'll call the police." Audley nodded weakly, but she still instinctively glanced towards the elevator. Seeing it empty, she finally relaxed. She couldn't understand why I couldn't just be supportive of her helping her first love leave behind a legacy. Looking at the wailing newborn in the nurse's arms, she smiled contentedly. She thought that if I came to visit her tomorrow, she would forgive all our previous arguments. She'd even be willing to let me be the child's father. But what she didn't know was that I had just submitted my application to join Doctors Without Borders. In 7 days, I would give up my citizenship and become a stateless doctor, never to return. The day Audley was discharged from the nursing home, I had just finished handing over my work at the hospital. As I reached the doorway, I heard laughter coming from inside. This child is beautiful with big eyes just like his father's. My mother-in-law was happily playing with the baby in her arms, while Kieran was bringing out a steaming bowl of chicken soup from the kitchen. "I made the soup myself. Your body is still weak. You need to eat well to recover," he said, sitting by the bedside and tenderly feeding Audley. The atmosphere was that of a happy family. My father-in-law was holding a rattle, grinning from ear to ear. "This child is so adorable, just like his father. It's a good thing he's not Jude's child. Having a doctor for a father would be such a burden." I hand-tightened on the doorknob. I remembered the first time I met my father-in-law. He had patted my shoulder, saying being a doctor was good, that saving lives brought honor to the whole family. He had told me he was once a doctor too, and if it weren't for an injury caused by a violent patient, he wouldn't have retired early. But now he was saying doctors weren't fit to have families. I had only been away for a year of advanced studies, and this family had already completely shut me out. Lowered my head, a bitter smile tugging at my lips. Audley and I had been married for 3 years. She had said she didn't want children, and understanding the risks of childbirth, I didn't pressure her. I still remember the day I left for my studies abroad. She had cried, saying she would miss me terribly. For the past year, we had called each other every day, sharing our lives. Even my colleagues would tease us, saying we still acted like newlyweds after 3 years of marriage. But just a month ago, when I finally managed to get some time off to come home, despite being exhausted from an 8-hour flight, I rushed back without complaint, only to find Audley heavily pregnant, standing next to her first love. My thoughts were interrupted by Kieran's words. "Jude, when did you get back? Why are you standing in the doorway?" Hearing him, the others in the room looked towards the entrance. When my father-in-law saw the resignation letter in my hand, his brow furrowed deeply. "How could I have entrusted my daughter to someone like you? What bad luck. Now you're quitting your job, expecting us to support you. Is this how you act as a husband?" My mother-in-law chimed in accusingly. "You can't even handle such a good job. What else can you do? Audley's body is delicate now. She and the baby need money for everything. If you don't work, are you expecting a family of 3 to live on air?" Hearing this, I could only laugh bitterly. Whoever's wife and child they are, it's their responsibility to provide for them. "Jude Wilson, what are you saying? How can you be so irresponsible?" Audley finally couldn't hold back, shouting at me with reddened eyes. Seemingly overcome with emotion, she clutched her chest and began coughing violently. If Kieran hadn't saved me from that car accident 3 years ago, I might have died already. His parents are both gone, and now he's been diagnosed with terminal cancer. In a short while, there might be no one left in the world to remember him. Why do you always have to be against him? Do you really think I'm that kind of dirty, immoral woman? Kieran stroked her back soothingly while turning to me with a pained expression. "Jude, please don't say any more. I know this is all my fault. I promise."
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.